Hi, I'm Katie Ziskind, the owner of Wisdom Within Counseling. I have locations here in Southeastern Connecticut or in Florida. You can book your free phone consultation online at wisdomwithinct.com. In this video, we're going to talk about couples, intimacy, sex, and marriage counseling as a whole. So if your relationship is struggling, it's not where it should be, there's conflict, yelling, maybe even a sexless relationship, intimacy has decreased, or maybe you have a high sex drive and your partner has a low sex drive and there's some conflicts and frustrations happening. Or maybe one of you's had an affair, there's been some emotional cheating and you want to stay together, you want to figure out how to get through this together. There's some betrayal wounds. If your partner has like a pornography addiction and that can create some betrayal, and we can work through that emotionally together in counseling and repair conflict and really start to create some resolution. So here in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about intimacy. And in counseling, that is also a safe space to talk about building intimacy. So a lot of people will come into counseling because talking about sex is difficult. Talking about sex has charged emotions. So your partner might feel rejection or criticism or disappointment. And all of these emotions can lead to anger. If we're afraid, sometimes we get angry and say things we don't mean. And so couples therapy can help you talk about intimacy and your sex needs, your desire, what builds desire, your sexual fantasies, what causes you to feel sexual pleasure, what areas of your body you want touched. We can do all of this in counseling together, and we can start to remedy some anger and irritation as that arises, and do it in a way that's effective so your partner can hear you and can start to incorporate some of those things with you. Now, another tip for couples, if they're struggling to talk about sex, is to really start slow. So instead of talking about intercourse, talk about what it would feel like to give a back rub. So that can be a step down, it can be a safe thing, it doesn't have to end in sex or intercourse. So that's a big thing, is that we don't want to kind of be focused on that end goal. We want to be in the moment. We want to be in this present moment and embodied and in tune. We have this interoception, so where you can feel your body being pleasured, you can be in that feeling versus thinking about the to-do list or worried about the future or having anxiety about your children. So we really want to kind of practice that in counseling, and counseling is a safe place to learn those skills. So really being able to tune into yourself is an important technique to enjoy sexual pleasure. And when couples stop having, let's say, sex or sexual experiences, they will often, start to feel like that's the new normal. So if you have not been having sex or sexual experiences frequently, you may start to realize and start to feel okay with that. And your partner might be upset or angry about that because maybe in the beginning of your relationship, things were hot and heavy. There was a lot more sex going on. You were super passionate about each other. And now it's kind of like things have gotten boring and you're looking for ways to spice up your romance and intimacy. So relationship and marriage counseling can be a great place to do that. You can have a confidential space to talk about the things you might not be able to talk about calmly or with anyone else outside of your relationship. You can do that in counseling. Another reason why couples will come in for counseling is that they want to start learning how to use sex toys. Maybe there's something going on and you just want to kind of get into new and different experiences together. And studies show that when couples take part in new experiences together, their satisfaction and marital happiness scores are higher. So when you do something new, like incorporate a sex toy into your sexual experience, that can bring that new meaning, and that can be an intentional part of a healthy sex life. And couples therapy can help you process different emotions that come up from incorporating different sex toys. As well, intimacy counseling can help you learn about what erogenous zones on your partner are most effective for supporting their pleasure. And also you can talk about what erogenous zones you feel most attracted to on your partner's body, what erogenous zones on your body you would like touched. in order to feel a sense of pleasure. Some couples also take part in BDSM. That's a whole spectrum that we can get into, but that can add an element of surprise, risk. There can be different elements of role play, different visualizations, kind of sensory deprivation, blindfolds, kind of all different beautiful elements, thrilling elements that build passion and excitement. So that can be a big part of relationship counseling. And overall, if you're looking to improve your intimacy, kind of talk about the emotions, fears, and anxiety that might be preventing a good sex life, or overall just want a safe place to talk about different emotions. If you've been getting into fights lately, conflicts have been increasing, communication is really challenging for the both of you. You're finding that there's the silent treatment. You just don't know what to say to make your partner happy. Marriage counseling can be a really great place to build some healthy coping tools together. And I would love to be able to help support your relationship. So I'm Katie Ziskind. I own Wisdom Within Counseling in Niantic, Connecticut. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in Connecticut and in Florida. You can work with me by going to wisdomwithinct.com and booking your free phone consultation. That's wisdomwithinct.com. Or you can call us or text us. It's 860-451-9364. That's 860-451-9364. And I would love to help you, deepen the desire in your relationship, build a sense of security emotionally, because I feel like that's a big element to feeling safe intimately, and overall build a meaningful marriage. I also am a yoga therapist, so I incorporate yoga, meditation, and mindfulness, art therapies, different kind of creative painting, things like that into couples therapy to build that playfulness back up again. So these mind-body therapies also help with trauma bond repair, trauma bond recovery and healing. And I would love to help you and your partner build the relationship of your dreams.